Hello everyone, what's up? I hope you all are fantastic. My name is Claud, and today I just want to show you all a very interesting match. And what I'm about to show you is also just how some survivors are entitled, and they want salt, but then again, they are salty themselves. Alright? So, as you can see already by the title, by the thumbnail, I ran up against a survivor with a team. They weren't in comms, and obviously everyone was running the usual meta. Some different perks, but when you see in the end of the game, mostly all the meta. Some perks aside, but for the most part, all meta. And boy, we got one of those last second switches into a Claudette with a flashlight. Nice. And this person is the person that holds the thumbnail, right? Which is just the sweetest part about this, right? So, let's get on to it. First of all, I want to show you my build, the build that I'm using. And if you're going to say any of this is meta, I'm sorry, but you sound just as stupid as the survivor who posted the comment on my Steam. If Pentimento was out before booning was a thing, I would 100% consider Pentimento a meta perk. But since it's late, it arrived after booning started to exist, Pentimento kind of does not fit in the meta category, and none of these perks do. So, while most of them are good, and thus why I'm using them, they're all good, they definitely aren't meta, right? They definitely aren't meta. And I want to clarify this because one thing for sure is what they said is that L killer and annoying killer. Now, when people say annoying killer, everyone has their own, it's to each their own. I've heard people say clowns annoy, I heard people say pinheads annoy, I've heard many things, even like something like Demogorgon, which I don't know how you can find annoying. Some people are annoyed by it. So, to each their own, I definitely don't mind this, but if you were to say annoying for being, you know, meta or too overpowered, Sadako does not even get close to that. She is not. She's not even close to that. She's very much one of the killers that are underperforming, and you can definitely play her well, but she's definitely no nurse, no blight, no spirit, no pyramid head, no huntress. She's not in that level. So definitely not a absolute killing machine, right? She definitely can be countered. She definitely can be stomped, and that's disappointing to me. I've always found it disappointing when people hate on killers that aren't even worthy enough to really have a chance to begin with. Survivors have a lot of tools to just stomp these killers that are kind of on the underperforming scale. So uh, this doesn't really bother me. You know, to each their own. When people say annoying killer, I don't mind that. What does kind of spark my attention, however, is that they said a slowdown build. And again, showing you my build here. Uh, just a simple question. What do you think this build does? If you think it's slowed down, I'm again, I don't mean any hostility, but you would be sounding just as dumb as the person who wrote this comment. This build actually just does one thing if you were to play the game normally, you know, just by doing gens and all that, looping. This build does one thing. Blocks off pallets when a survivor goes down a hell state. That's all the build does. And, okay, how do you counter that? You can pre-drop. I'm playing a killer that does not have any ranged attacks. She does not have any anti-loop, and she doesn't even have, you know, faster pallet breaking animations, or I can't fit a pallet breaking perk in there, right? So re-dropping could definitely just save the case and leave my build completely useless. So where does the slowdown come? I don't see it. Oh, wait. What's that? Oh, wait, I see it now. Huh. So they get slowed down when they cleanse and bless. And after that, Pentimento comes into play. Oh, okay, so there's some slowdown. But who is to blame for that slowdown? Is it the killer? Or is it the survivor? Yeah, that's what I thought. So honestly, it's just, it's amazing how a very memey build, I wouldn't say too memey, I'd say a very okay build, ends up beating survivors with, definitely they have skill, definitely they know how to loot, they know how to play, and again, to survivors that are running the meta, while a killer is not running the meta, and it's not only a killer that isn't running the meta, it's a killer that is on the weaker scale. So, yeah, quite a shocker to me. Now, I'm not saying that underperforming killers can't win always. They can definitely do damage if done correctly. It just takes a lot more effort. However, some things that I do have to say is that I went out of my way to hook everyone, right? I went out of my way to true hook everyone before I even killed everyone. And not only that, at some point in the video, you'll see that I was avoiding a DS from Jake because he was just fresh out of the hook. So they were wondering why I wasn't picking him up and why I went after someone else. Well, I was avoiding DS. Plus, I count the survivors that I hook. I make sure to count them. And at some point, when I had hooked everyone twice, at some point I went to purposely eat a DS to even give them a winning chance. But still, that wasn't enough. The so-called survivor that wanted salt ended up giving me salt, which is, I want to thank them. You know, they're making this content right here. But yeah, that's that. I'm gonna show you all the video here, and one more thing. There is another person that is a streamer here. I do not want you to go harass or do anything like that to them. If you do go to them, just show positivity and love. You know, they aren't the person that went up to comment on my Steam or anything like that. So it's definitely not on them. So please, nothing of that. If I also don't want you to even go after this person right here, even if someone were to ever find them, just, you know, don't go down to their level and, you know, be salty or be negative, all that. You know, being positive is how you stop the whole negative flow, right? So yeah, the streamer had nothing to do with it. At Max, I did check their stream out, and they were very chill. I was checking back when they were facing me. At Max, the only thing that bothered me was one thing, which was they kept trying to count the perks I had, and they kept suspecting that the fourth perk, which was Pentimento, they didn't find out that I had Pentimento. They kept saying that it was Noed, and it's kind of like a thing where if the killer is playing bad, you kind of just assume, oh well, you know, he's playing bad, he must have Noed. I don't understand how they could kept getting to that, since they were at 5 gens and I had already people at Death Hook. I don't know where that adds up to me having Noed, but, you know, to each their own. Again, don't go showing hate or anything, just love and positivity, and I hope everyone enjoys the video. Thanks to this person, you guys are getting a video, right? So, enjoy everyone, have a wonderful day.
That's an easy, that's a horrible totem. It's right next to a gen. It's right next to a gen, fairly out in the open. This is just a bad totem in general. You know what would be fun? If you guys ever played Payday 2, there is there's something in that game called pre-planning, right? Before you enter the mission, you get to do this thing where it's essentially like pre-planning, right? You do it before the game starts. Interesting. That's probably the Claud. You guys spent a long time to do that. Damn. You have Dead Hard. Dead Hard. just want to be the yes. Yep, no? Yeah. I shouldn't be chasing this dude. I'm gonna try something. Nice. Well, I mean, everyone's wanting to use their DS, so. Let me grab this. Hey, bro. I mean, anyone's at death hook now. Oh, I thought I broke this one. Mm-hmm. Pretty good. Oh, what is this guy? Nice. Oh wait, yeah, it was like a shot. Although the TV there was off anyway. I should have just teleported there. GG's. The TV shack was off, sadly. wouldn't have gotten to them anyways. TB there was blocked. Ooh. This is the only person that's not running meta, surprisingly.